Hello learners, in this lecture we will see how to prepare a measurement sheet for this particular drawing. So I've taken a very small plan so that we try to understand the concept. Okay, so this is a drawing what I have here. Okay, and these are the different footings what I have. So you can see the name of the footings written, right? So this is F1 footing, we have F2 footing, another F1 footing, F2, F2 and F2. So how many F2 footings are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 F2 footings. And how many F1 footings are there? There's one here and there is two here. Okay, just in case if I take bigger projects, then see, look how many footings are there. It becomes very difficult as of now. So I have taken a very small thing. So we'll try to understand that. And the same concept you have to apply whenever you try to get different drawings when you try to work, right? Yeah. Now coming to the size of the footing, we'll be given another drawing along with that. Okay. Similarly, I'll show you here as well. So this is a drawing. Along with that, you can see the details given here. They're going to give the details. Okay, what is your footing name? I'll take you to flat footing. Yeah, what is the name of a footing? What is the size of your footing? What is the length? What is the breadth? What is the depth? What column is coming on that? What is the reinforcement? Those things they are going to give in the drawing. So here also I've taken the same thing. We have two footing, f1 and f2. The length of f1 footing is 3 meter, that is 3000 mm. By breadth is also 3000 mm, and the depth of the footing is 650 mm. Similarly, f2 footing, it is 3300 by 3300, and the depth is 750 mm. And these are the reinforcement that you need to provide in the footing. Since these are RCC structures, in f1 footing you have to provide a 12 diameter at 150 center to center spacing, and in the bottom direction, in the B direction, you have to provide 12 diameter at 150 center to center spacing. And here also you have to do the same thing, right? If you're not able to understand this how it has to be done, I have explained all these things in one of my course on learn construction methodology. If you know it well and good, anyhow I'll try to add one section here on how to understand the structural drawings. Yeah, so as of now we'll concentrate on this part, right? Yeah, so this much is understood to us. Now we'll try to prepare that sheet. Okay, I'll take you to that sheet now. Okay, so I've written it everything here. You have to prepare an Excel sheet something like this. I'll be putting the same thing, you can try to prepare it. So yeah, coming to this item description, I've written a unit, the number of member, length, width and depth, what is that quantity, and then the total quantity. So what all footings we have? First we'll start with earthwork. Earthwork in the sense how much excavation has to be done if you want to do the uh, concreting of this. So we have F1 and F2 footing, and then we have to do the PCC work, again F1 F2 footing, RCC work, shuttering work and reinforcement, right? So unit is in cubic meter. Now coming to the number of member, what is F1 footing? How many F1 footing we have? I'll if you take you to the drawing again. Yeah. So if I take here F1 footing, we have one here. This is second one, right? We have two F1 footing. So in the measurement sheet, what I'm gonna write? Okay, I'll write number of member is 2 here. Similarly, how many F2 footings are there now? How many F2 footings are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 F2 footings are there. So I'll input 4 here in F2 footing, right? This is also done. Now coming to the length. Now what we're trying to find, we're trying to find the excavation. One thing we need to understand, whenever we do the excavation, this is how the excavation is done. So we are trying to find how much quantity of soil we are going to take it out. So whatever is your length of the footing, for that, let us say my footing size is only this much. Okay, this is my footing size. I'll draw it here. This is my footing size. But when we do the excavation, we have to take some extra offset to that. So that is called as working space. So whatever is the footing size on both the side, and both the side, you have to take some extra distance. I'll tell you how it has to be taken. So in this way, we have to take it. So what is this exactly? So the first extra distance from here to here, this is a PCC offset. I'll write it here. This is a PCC offset. And the next, this distance from here to here, this is a working space. I'll write working W and S. Similarly, from here to here, it is a PCC offset, PCC offset, and from here to here, this extra will be your working space. Okay, so what is this working space? If you don't give a working space, when the laborers get into this pit to do the shuttering work and all, they will not have enough space for them to work easily. So that is why, keeping that in point, we try to do excavation a bit more, so that it will be easy for the laborers to do the work here and also to keep the shuttering here, right? Yeah. And this working space, usually what we can take is, we can take it as 300 from both the side. Here also it is 300 and here also it is 300 So I only explain along the length. Even on this side also you have to do the same thing, okay? And even on this side also you have to take PCC offset and working space on all this side, along the length and along the breadth. On both the side you have to do this. Yeah, 300 is the working space what we try to take. Now coming to the PCC offset, usually the PCC offset will be from 75 to 100 This PCC offset will be around 75 to 100 I'll show you how it has to be done. I hope these things are understood. I'll clear it. So what I can do, I'll show you how the PCC offset looks. So this is one of a cross section of the drawing what we are referring for. So you can see it here. This is my foundation, the one which is pink in color, no? This pink color what I have, it is my foundation. But you can see a small distance from here. You can see a small distance from here to here. This offset is called PCC offset. Similarly, from here to here, this offset what you have, no? It's a PCC offset. You can see the PCC placed here. This will be usually 75 or 100 based on the drawing. Here for our calculation, will consider this to be 75 offset on both the side, right? And the thickness of the PCC is also given here. It is 75 thick. This is thickness. Okay, yeah. I hope these things are clear. So with this understanding, we'll try to prepare this sheet now quickly. Yeah, so member is done. Length, how we'll find? The length of the footing is 3 meter. That is a footing length. But on both the side, we have to add offset. So it will be is equal to sign plus 3 plus 0.3 on the left side offset plus 0.3 on the right side offset, plus let us consider the offset of PCC is 75 so 0.075. On both the side we have to add it, 0.75 plus 0.075. I'll hit a enter button. So this will be my length. Along the width also it is again the 3 meter plus 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.075 plus 0.075 and hit the enter button. Okay, so you have to use this equal to sign, only then the Excel will work out. Yeah. Now coming to the depth. So again we'll do the same thing for here as well. What is the size of F2 footing? It is 3.3 by 3.3. Again same thing you have to do, is equal to 3.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.075 plus 0.075. And similarly here it is 3.3 again is equal to sign 3.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.075 plus 0.075. Right? Yeah. Now coming to the depth of this. So this is not the depth of footing, this is the depth of excavation. For referring the depth of excavation, you have to see. If you look into this drawing, see this is my existing ground level. This is my ground level. From here I have to do the excavation of my footing. So what is this length? Here they have given from here to the top of this PCC, it is 2100 but we have to do the excavation till the bottom, right? We have to do the excavation till the bottom. So it is 2.1 plus this thickness of PCC is 75 that will add, plus there is something written 4-inch thick river sand. That means my total excavation will happen for 2.1 plus 75 of thickness of PCC I need to add. So 0.075 and plus you can see a sand bed here 4-inch, that 4-inch comes out to be 0.1, that is 100 So now if I try to add everything, then I'll be reaching the bottom, this bottom, and this is my excavation. So try to do this 2.1 plus 0.075 plus 0.1, 2.1 plus 0.075 plus 0.1 will get 2.275. So this is my excavation, right? That means this much excavation I need to do. That is the depth, depth of excavation will be 2.275. This much excavation I need to do. You can see everywhere the excavation has been done. Yeah. So same thing I'll input here. So you can see 2.275, 2.275. Now coming to the quantity will be very simple. Length, multiply that by width, multiply by depth, we'll get the quantity. Similarly, do this for here as well. 4.05, length, width is 4.05, depth is 2.275, length, width and depth, you'll get this. Now coming to the total quantity, whatever calculation I've done in the quantity, that is for the single footing. When it comes for the total quantity, how many F1 footings I have? 2 I have, right? So what I need to do, 31.99 into 2 comes out to be 63. You have to click here. What you have to do is equal to sign this quantity, multiply this by the number. That's it. Now coming to this also, it's also same thing. 37.31 is for single F2 footing. How many F2 footings we have? We have 4 such footings. So multiply 37 into 315. Same thing I've done it here. I right, that is 37.315 into 4 you have to do. You'll get. You can try to do it manually as well. Now the total excavation, how much we have done for this particular month. Okay, what I'm speaking is only for this particular month. This much work I've carried out. So total will be 63 plus 149 will come out to be 213 cubic meter of the earthwork has been done in this particular month. Similarly, now go for PCC work. So in the PCC work, again, what will happen? Again, F1 footing, how much we have? 2 footing we have. F2 we have 4 footing, right? Now coming to this. So this time, what will be your length? So this time, what will be your length? Only whatever is the size of your footing. This is my size of the footing. Okay. And for that, I have to add PCC of 75 mm on left side, PCC of 75 mm on right side. So similarly, along the width also you have to do the same thing. This is my length width of the footing, 75 mm offset on this side and 75 mm offset on this side, right? So same thing I will do it here. So what I have to do? So 3 meter is the size of my footing. I'll write it here, is equal to 3 meter plus 0.075 plus 0.075, right? Again, this is also same thing. So you can try to copy the same thing, or you can write 3.15 on both the side. It will be okay. And this is 3.3. So what will happen again? Is equal to 3.3 plus 0.075 on the left side plus 0.075 on the other side. So same thing, you can copy it here, 3.45. It's okay, fine. Now coming to the thickness of the PCC, we'll consider the thickness of the PCC as 75 mm, because in the drawing it is mentioned. If you see it here, no, see what is the thickness given? 75 mm lean concrete. Lean concrete is also called as PCC, right? Yeah. So with this understanding, we'll go to the Excel sheet. I'll input 0.075 in meter mm. 75 is mm. I'll put it in meter, 0.075. That's it. And rest things, it's the same whatever explanation I have done. Now coming to the RCC work on the footing. So here the RCC work will be whatever is the size of a footing. No, the concreting of that footing will be similar to the size of the footing. So here the length is 3 meter, width is also 3 meter for F1 footing. For F2 footing, the length is 3.3, the width is 3.3. Okay, and coming to the depth you can see in this drawing, right? See here, the depth of F1 footing is 650 mm, so 0.65. F2 footing it is 750 mm, let us say 0.75. So same thing you can see here, 0.65, 0.75. Whatever is the size of the footing, that you have to write. Only the thing is, number of footing F1 is 2 and F2 footing is 4. That's it. Okay, rest thing Excel will do on its own. I have given a link. And coming to the shuttering quantity. So coming to the shuttering quantity, again, shuttering quantity will measure in square meter. This will measure in the square meter. Now, how do you find the shuttering quantity? There I have given a formula. If you want, I'll take you to one of that. See, yeah, see, just in case if you're not able to follow, for someone who is a fresher who has taken this course and has not taken any of my quantity estimation course, there's a free course of mine. There I've explained all these things in a better way. So I don't want to waste my time again explaining that. That is why I'm trying to be a bit faster here. Okay, if you're not able to understand, there's a free course of mine on quantity estimation. There you'll get an idea. I've shown it with all the site images and all how this has to be done, right? Yeah. Yeah, for the foundation, how to find the quantity of this thing, you can see here the formwork or the shuttering quantity. We have a formula: 2 times the length plus breadth. Whatever length you have plus breadth, you add it and multiply that by 2, you're going to get the shuttering quantity. So applying the same formula here, if I go back, no, see again, make these changes here. 2 footing we have, this will be 4 footing. Coming to the size 3.3.65. Now here you don't have to make the change. Coming to the total quantity, here you apply that formula. So I already applied that formula. 2 into length, the length is 3 meter and the breadth is also 3 meter. You multiply that, okay, into 0.65, because see, I'll do it here. 2 times length plus breadth. Okay, I need to find the perimeter. Whenever you try to find the shuttering quantity, no, so this is my footing size, I want to find the perimeter. So this is this length, this length, this length and this length I need to add. So I'll get perimeter. Perimeter you multiply by the depth of the footing. multiply by the depth of the footing, you'll get the area of the footing. Okay, so with this understanding, you do the same thing here. I'll do it anyhow. See, 2 into length plus breadth. 2 into length is 3 meter plus 3 meter. You do it. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 to the 12. 12 into what is the depth of this? Depth is 0.65. Multiply 12 into 0.65. If I do, I'm getting 7.8. Same thing I'm getting in Excel. Similarly, I'll do it for this as well. Okay, I'll do it here. Is equal to, what is the formula? 2, open the bracket, length. The length of my footing is 3.3 plus sign. Breadth of my footing is also 3.3. That's it. Close the bracket. 2 into length plus breadth formula is done. But I need to find the area. So perimeter is done. I have to multiply this by depth of the footing. The depth of the footing is 0.75. You multiply this by 0.75 and hit the enter button. Yeah, you're getting 9.9. So if you want to do it manual, we'll do it. 3.3 plus 3.3 into 2. So multiply this by 0.75. Yeah, 9.9 I'm getting, same thing. Now this quantity we know, 7.8 is for single footing. We have two such footing. 7.8 into 2 you do, 9.9 into 4 you do, you get this total you're going to get here, right? Yeah, and the last is a steel quantity. For the steel you have to learn bar bending schedule. So that I cannot teach here. So for the steel, I'll show you how the bar bending has been done. So this is how you have to prepare the bar bending schedule for the steel. For each footing you'll prepare how much steel is required. Okay, so in this way, once you prepare, this is for a different drawing I have done in one of my course. So finally you get how much quantity is required. You require 2830 kg of steel for this particular footing. Now for our understanding, I'll take this only. If for our, we have taken only two footing, right? For us, this month we have done only two footing here. Two footing in the sense F1 and F2 footing we have done, and F1 footing we have 2 in numbers, and F2 footing we have 4 in numbers. And that how much steel is going to come, you have to do the calculation here. You have to prepare a BBS for that, and whatever amount you get no from here, that you have to input there. Now let us consider we are getting some 800 kg. You have taken some rough value. Okay, you have to do it, but we don't have time to do all those things in this particular thing. Okay, we are just concentrating on how to prepare the measurement sheet. Yeah, so I have taken 800. So this is how it has to be prepared. Then you will try to add everything, and finally let us say you got some 800 kg of steel. So I written it here 800 kg, right? So in this way, this is my, this month, let us say this is my month of May. This is the month of May. In the month of May, I have done this much work in my site. Earthwork this much, PCC this much, RCC, shuttering and all. And for this, I'll try to go for billing. So first I have found the quantity everywhere. All the quantity I've found for everything. And in the next lecture, we'll try to see how to prepare the bill for this particular thing. Yeah, I hope these things are understood up to here. If there is anyone who is finding difficult to understand, as I mentioned, you can take that free course of mine where you'll be getting an understanding how all these things have been calculated. So we'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.